okay. Ich komme im Maybach vorbei und bin wie römische Stab und ich hab Stein. Regel Nummer 4, du bist erst ein krasser.
What's up everyone, Sharif Banger here, and today we are talking about the new heroes available in the Token shop. So first of all, Valkyrie. She's a shooter's hero and based on damage and support. So to the pros, on round 2 she deals massive damage with the second ability. I mean, that is really a massive damage. The other shooters heroes in the APC will get up to 100% damage buff for the first 3 turns. So they also make a massive damage output. She's good for poison tile with high percentage of negative immunity. So in Doomsday or Eden, when you have immunity of 4000 and you want to get a level 12 tile with 4800, that's an example, you have a chance to get that tile with Valkyrie and other heroes in a better way than other heroes. I will show you which heroes are good for her to make tiling. The Contras, starting with the round 4, she gets useless because she has no CC like suppressed or unarmed and others. She has no tankiness despite or healing despite being front hero. She has no other skills with damage output or combat skills. After those two rounds, when she used her second ability, she just does basic attacks, nothing else. She only can be used as shooter's APC like the following examples. So you can say she has a less adaptability, and she can't be used with mixed APCs like with fighters or vehicles. So to the conclusion, there are 5 categories. I would give her for damage 8 out of 10, CC 0 out of 10, support 7 out of 10, adaptability 7 out of 10, just because of Eden or Doomsday, because of the tiling. Otherwise I would give her a 5 out of 10 because she just can be used with shooters APCs, and tankiness 0 out of 10 because she's a front hero and she has no tankiness. So in sum, 22 out of 50 points. So the next hero is Deus Ex Machina, an S4 hero, and is also a shooter's hero. He is based on tankiness and support. So to the pros, he gives everyone an APC, including himself, 30% damage reduction buff for the whole fight through the second ability, and extra 20% for the first 3 turns, 8 ability, and extra damage reduction buff when combat skills or basic attacks are used through the 5th ability. So the damage reduction is insane for every hero or every friendly squad. For the first 3 turns, he grants the APC a healing troop buff when damage taken, so also a healing buff. He has a high adaptability, so he can also be used with mixed APCs. I will show you the heroes or the APCs which are possible. And he's actually for me a perfect tank because he gives damage reduction, so enemy will deal less damage to you, and he gives a healing buff. The contras are, he has no damage, so he does just basic attacks. and he has no CC. Yes, that's it. So the conclusion: damage 0 out of 10, CC 0 out of 10, support 9 out of 10, adaptability 8 out of 10, and tankiness 10 out of 10. So in sum, 27 out of 50. The next hero, Viscount. He's a fighter's hero. He is based on damage, support, and tankiness. The pros are he has high damage reduction for himself and a bit damage reduction for the other heroes through the second skill and the fifth skill. Sadly, he has a less chance of counter attack and damage output. So the second ability has just 35% chance to get into the counter attack modus, and a 30% chance to deal 203% damage. That's less. Another pro is he gives damage increase buff through the 8 ability, and he's tanky. The contras are he has no healing buffs, he has no CC, he has a less damage output with less chance to cast the skills. So when he uses those skills, he has just 30% chance to cast a skill, then he deals less damage. And he can only be used with fighter heroes, so you can say he has less adaptability. And also I will show you the APCs which are possible to use with him. There are not many. So the conclusion would be damage 3 out of 10, CC 0 out of 10, support 7 out of 10, adaptability 3 out of 10, tankiness 6 out of 10. In sum, 19 out of 50 points. And the last hero, or the fourth hero in this token shop, is the Dragon's Rage, and is an S1 hero. He's a fighter's hero based on damage. The pros are if the skills are casted, he will deal really much damage. He's perfect for Doomsday or for Eden because of the buff 100% marching speed for taking tiles. And there are no other pros. The contras are he has a less chance to cast the skills, less adaptability, so he's actually never used, just for Doomsday or Eden. He has just one ability where one enemy squad would be put in suppressed status. He has no tankiness, no support, no healing, or whatever. Just damage dealing and good for Doomsday and Eden. So the conclusion would be damage 7 out of 10, CC 1 out of 10, support 4 out of 10, adaptability 2 out of 10, and tankiness 0 out of 10. So in sum, that would be 14 out of 50. Yes, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please subscribe to my channel and have a nice day. Goodbye.